So many people ask us, how do I move from average to above average in sales? In this episode, you're going to hear Jim talk about the real heart concerns of people and where it's okay to be average and where there's value in striving to be above average. You're going to hear Jim's thoughts on real advice that he's giving to his family in this moment of change they're trying to make. Just like you heard me a few episodes back talk about the real changes I'm trying to make in my life, you're going to hear Jim give real advice on changes that are happening right now. I really think you're going to enjoy this episode, so stay tuned and let us know in the comments what you've learned.
How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey. We've been on a few podcasts with a guy by the name of Fran Taylor. He had a conference locally here in Pittsburgh for car dealers around the region, car salespeople.
Yes.
One of the things he talks about is a lot of salespeople end up staying average. Why do you think people stay stuck there?
I don't necessarily agree with everything Fran Taylor says, okay? So let's be careful with that. Okay?
Yes.
I love Fran. Fran's a brother.
Yes.
I love Fran. But number one, I live in America.
Yep.
And America is the land of the free. Mm-hmm. And I get to choose what I want to do, as long as within the legal means. So if I choose to be average, what right do you have to tell me that I'm wrong? Average is okay. Yeah, I'd like to see you move beyond average, but if you want to be average, that's okay. We made a lot of money on average salespeople. And then we had people that were above average. We made a lot of money on people that were above average. And then we had people that were rock stars. They were like so far beyond. And the ones we were concerned about more than anything were the below average ones. And those are the ones that we needed to work on to get them at least up to, if you remember the strategic continuum.
Yes.
Okay.
B2B
We
plus.
said that a C plan is going to get you mediocrity.
Yeah.
And we understood that, right? So if we
Yes.
have a C plan, mediocrity. If we have a B to a B plus plan, it's going to get us success. Execution is another component, which I was going to get to. If we have a B to a B plus plan and we execute said plan at 100%, because we do it every time, or as close as possible, we're going to have extreme success. If we have a C plan and we execute that at 100% or close to it, we're going to be mediocre. If you're okay with mediocre, it is okay. We'll do fine. We're not going to lose money. Okay? What if we have an F plan?
Well, one, you're probably not executing F plan very well.
No, you are. Plan executed very well is going to get you failure.
Right.
So if I had an F plan, the first thing I want to do, I want to stop the F plan. If I have a D plan, execute it properly, what's going to happen?
You're going to get below average.
I'm going to fail. So F and D, we got to go to work on getting a better plan. Yeah. And so if we are at F or D, our first goal is to get it to C. That's the most important move because there's huge money in moving it from F or D to C.
Yes.
Well, wait a second. I thought you said mediocrity was a bad thing. It's not. If you're failing, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And now with some management and leadership and rocky music and whatnot, can we take the C plan and move it to a B plan? Yes, we can. And that would be marvelous. But maybe this particular individual is happy with what he or she is doing, and they are making enough money and they are paying their bills, and they're enjoying life. Who are we to pass judgment on that?
Yeah.
Where I have a problem is F and D. Those people, unfortunately for them, they got to go.
Right.
Because they are a disruption. I'm okay. Do I want B minus? Yeah, I do. I really do. And I'm going to try.
Improve.
At some point, we spend so much time trying to move the C's to B's that we just waste a lot of energy. There's a lot to be said. How about if we take the C's and we try to move them to B's? And how about if we take the B's and we try to move them to A's? Now think about this, because we're in a group setting now. We're training the team. By properly training, we are working on moving the C's to B's and the B's to A's. Make sense? Now, when we do everything the right way, day in, day out, week in, week out, rocky music, the whole thing we do. And we still don't move those C's to B's, but we moved a couple of those B's to A's. We just hit a home run. You see where I'm going here? C is okay. And maybe just with a little bit of an approach, we can move them from C to maybe a little beyond C. It's a little bit beyond. And if we get 5 C's and move them a little bit beyond, that could be 5 additional cars sold per month.
Yes.
And when you're at break even, if you are at break even, those extra units beyond break even are very profitable. Does that make sense? The idea would be to move the entire team, and let's say the entire team is at 100. And with proper training, we can move that 100 to 110. You see what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, nobody gets them all. Babe Ruth was the home run king of history. He was also the strikeout king.
Yeah, you can't win them all.
He swung for the fences, and he struck out a lot. And so you're not going to win them all. And don't get caught up in the idea that you have to win them all. Keep your C people. They're good people. We have a responsibility for them. Keep them. Try to improve them. But at some point, if they're happy, if they're causing you headaches, no, they got to go. That's not what I'm talking about. C person being a disruption, not acceptable. And you'll know. They're in the showroom causing trouble, fighting, mistreating customers, that kind of a thing. No, we don't tolerate that. That's not what we're talking about here. We're strictly talking about the strategic continuum, which is in Rethink You 2.0, and sticking with that mentality. And we're not talking about the overarching theme of how to run a business, just generalistically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, great answer, Jim. Thanks for, I thought you were going to go, man, you got to shoot for above average, which you touched on a little bit.
I think you do. But just be careful. These are real people.
Yeah.
And you don't know what they're going through.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
Again, Luke, send me your crystal ball. When you're dealing with a human being in a difficult situation, until you know the backstory, keep your mouth shut. You don't know what you're talking about. Prove it to me. Do you know the backstory? Do you know that this person, mom has severe Alzheimer's, and that this young lady goes at 7 o'clock every morning to visit her mom?
Before she comes
And she's
in.
trying really hard.
Yeah.
But she just can't get beyond C. And you're going to cut her off? Is that the right thing to do, Luke? Is she a disruption? No. Is she a good person? Yes. Are we doing okay with her C results? Well, yeah, we are. We're doing fine. Would we like her to be a B? You know what? It's not in the cards right now. It's just not. Well, you know the backstory. I can tell you some backstories. We had Dave on, not young David.
Yeah.
We'll get him on someday. 13 years old, has osteosarcoma.
Yeah.
So now what do you think?
Yeah.
And his dad's the C guy working for Jim Shorkey. And his son has cancer. And they're fighting the fight. And these are good people. So you make the call. You going to cut them off? Or are you going to try to help them? Think about it.
Thank you, Jim.
If I'm a C salesman, I want to get to a B or an A. And really the question is, I want to get better at selling, right? So the first thing that I will tell you to do, I want you to learn the process to where it's second nature. And our process is an A to Z process. We want you to do A, then B, then C, then D, the whole way to Z. And that's our process. And we know, we can prove to you that our process works within the automobile business. So that's the first thing. I want you to get really good at doing the process, right? The second thing is I want you to do the process every single time you have a customer. It's called execution. For example, you want to get better, right, Luke? So let's say right now you're executing at 80%. I want to move it to 90. That's my first move. And then 95. And then I want to get to where we're at 100. We're doing the process 100% of the time. That's going to get you a gain. The more you do the process, the more cars you're going to sell. And the more often you do the process, the more cars you're going to sell. So it would be a question of upping your batting average, so to speak. I could tell you that my batting average is 500%. What do you think about that? I get a hit 50% of the time. What do you think? Why are you shaking your head? 50% of the time. I'm the best. My batting average is 50%. Just be honest. What do you think about that number? Is that a good number or a bad number? Okay. You didn't ask the right question. I got you. I was up the bat 2 times. I got a hit. What's my batting average? Not so good. I'm up the bat 1,000 times, and my batting average is 30%. I just broke the league record, did I not? I got 3,000 hits at 30%. Careful with percentages. You can't spend percentages. You can't put percentages in the bank. My batting average is 500. You only batted 2 times. No. So the idea would be to get in front of I'm answering your question, to get in front of as many customers as you possibly can with no prejudgment. Okay, no crystal ball. Number 1. Number 2, know the process so well that you do it with all the customers to the best of your ability. By the way, you're not going to get it done every single time, but we're going to give it our best shot. If we do those 2 things, we're going to improve the numbers. Make sense? Okay. Constant and never-ending improvement. Have you ever heard those words? Mm-hmm. Constant and never-ending improvement. Lifelong learning. Have you heard that before? Derek?
Absolutely.
No question. If you read enough self-development, you're going to hear it. Lifelong learning. We always learn. But you're 90 years old. Time to learn. But you're 100 years old. Time to learn. Lifelong learning, never-ending improvement. There is no end to mental growth. You can increase the strength of this power indefinitely. You can make it strong enough, Luke, to do what you want to do and to get what you want to get. This is powerful stuff, man. When it is strong enough, you can learn how to apply it to work, selling cars, and therefore you can certainly succeed. All you have to do is learn what is the cause of success and how it must be applied. So I talked about the process and the execution of said process. Now beneath this, and this is Jim, so I have this thing completely highlighted, and then I have certain parts of it underlined with ink. So I highlighted it. But then I go through and I underline it in ink.
Wow.
And then I go through in certain parts and I underline with a lot of ink. But that's not enough. I put a star in the corner of the paragraph. Am I nuts or what? There's a star in the bottom right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner. There's a star. Okay, this must be really important to put all these freaking stars here. And then I make a circle around the stars. Holy crap, this must be really important. Luke, did you look at it? This guy's crazy. Okay, and then, okay, that's not enough. At the very top, there's 2 arrows pointing down. Yeah. And there's another 9 stars. This must be important, right? And then to the sidebar, read what it says.
The strategic continuum. Attention.
So my advice to you, pay attention. Pay attention. That is the strategic continuum. That's it.
Wow.
My brother called me. I was talking to him. And he says, you have no idea how profound that is, what you sent me. And what's really profound about it is your little notes, which is how I read. I'm not making this up. There it is. You want me to flip to another page? I'm not even looking. I just flipped. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like, what
It's
part's
all
not important? I wrote, wow, 2 arrows. If taking things from people by physical force is robbery, then taking things by mental force is robbery also. There is no difference in principle. You have no right to use your willpower upon another person, even for his own good. You do not know what is for his own good. And we kind of hit on that, didn't we? With what do we do with the average guy or girl? Mm-hmm. Try to help them.
Yes.
You don't know their backstory.
Jim.
That's a pretty powerful bit of ad lib.
So thank you guys. Let us know in the comments below what you've gained from Jim's teaching on just how to move the needle in whatever you're doing, whether it's your health, your exercise,